Can you not see that these are beans?
Yes.
But I couldn't see when it was Uncle Ben's rice. I couldn't tell whether it was Uncle Ben's rice or easily or brown rice.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven. Today I am here at my mom's house. I feel like it's been a while since I've done any videos over here, but I came over here on a mission because my mom told me that she needed help organizing her pantry. And if you guys have not seen it, I did do a video last year all about my pantry, where I got everything from. We went shopping for baskets and containers and jars and bottles, and we did custom labels. And I was trying to make this whole like Pinterest pantry, so it's like really cute and super organized and everything. And you guys seem to really like that video, but I wanted to come over here and film this for you guys because I know that not everybody has a large walk-in pantry like I have, and my mom has a much smaller pantry, so I thought this would be helpful for those of you who do have a smaller pantry. You can maybe get some ideas. It's basically like a, what would you say, 3 by 2 size pantry type closet. So Ziya is here. She's outside in the backyard with Papa. Papa's keeping her busy. My mom is running away in the background. Where are you going?
No, I was really curious as to what size this pantry was. I remember being
It looks
really
like 3 by 2
nervous because it's quite a bit smaller than the house that we moved from, and that was the one thing I was worried about for this house. Like, is this pantry going to hold our food? Yeah, it's like 2.5 wide. 2.5 by 2.
I was almost right.
It's really
so it's small. I mean, it's appropriate for the size house. This is a what, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house. So it's more appropriate for the size house. Just kind of like my pantry is bigger for a bigger house. Looks like. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings?
Well, I liked the pantry when I first organized it, and I was able to put everything within reach and felt like it was convenient. It was easy to keep organized when I bought groceries, but now it just feels like I'm having a hard time organizing things. It's kind of gotten all jumbled up. Just kind of go through it and reorganize it. There's probably things that I haven't used in months, if not years.
So these are the Alpha shelves from the Container Store. So it's got the rail back there. If you can see the little holes that you can move the shelves and adjust them. So what is like the main issue or your goal for today?
I feel like it's gotten disorganized, and I also feel like I need some additional storage. So I bought some additional storage to put on the door so that we can reorganize everything that's in there and make it easier for me to find things and for me to store things properly.
Yeah, my first impression is that like you can't see what's behind everything. You know, there's like layers of stuff that you can't reach and you can't even see what's in here. So I feel like you could end up buying stuff that you already have, and it does just look a little bit cramped, which I mean, that can happen when you have a small pantry, but I think hopefully we can make it a little bit more functional. So you have the Alpha shelves. I see you have some, you know, organizey stuff, and then you have these drawers down here. What is even in here? This looks like, oh, well, the potato drawer.
I like the idea of having this storage down here, but quite frankly, I don't even remember what's in each drawer, so I have to constantly come through and pull out the drawers and look for what's stored in there. So it'd be nice if I had these labeled and really assigned like what's gonna go in each drawer instead of just throwing extra stuff in there.
You didn't see that. Okay, step 1, clear literally everything out of the pantry. You got a lot of empty containers in here. What is the point?
Well, because I haven't put my bulk items into my containers.
Like a lot.
I'm low on groceries.
Oh, she ain't got no groceries.
It's a pandemic on.
It's a fake pantry. There's not even food in there.
Lentils.
Got plenty of brown
That's not even
That's brown rice. Brown, what is it?
It's lentils.
In the wrong box. Breadcrumbs got mac and cheese in it. Don't got no nuts. Actually, I just realized the pantry that I have now is my first actual pantry, because in all of my apartments, and I think it's pretty standard for apartments, you just have like cabinets. Like it's like part of your cabinetry. So it's more gonna be a smaller space like this. So hopefully if you guys live in an apartment or a smaller house, this should be helpful for you guys.
Crackers from 1942.
Ew. Why are they way up there anyway?
Well,
These
like-
need to go straight in the trash. See, you never used your magical bottle.
It probably still got water in it.
It does.
Blessed.
Ew, it's got something floating in it. Where did you get this from or hear about it?
I don't know. Somewhere.
At some point, my mom heard about some sort of magic water, like spiritual.
It's not.
The bottle is magical.
No.
What is it? That's what I'm trying to say. How do I explain this to the people?
It's honestly, for real, for true, I don't even remember.
It was something about this type of bottle. You put water in it and you bless. Somebody in the comments is gonna know. And you like, it's like not magic. It's like, what is that type of thing called? Like, what is that way of life called? You know what I'm trying to say? Like with crystals and stuff.
Energy.
Like energies and you know what I'm talking about. So it was something with this and you like put water in it and it's supposed to give you good energy or good vibes or something like that. Anyways, apparently Chef Tony didn't get no good vibes because it was in the back of her pantry and it's got something floating in it.
We gotta get the vacuum and vacuum all this out and wipe these things out. Don't show the old dusty, dirty ground.
It's for the before and after. People want to see the real life, real deal Holyfield. So here is everything cleared out of the pantry. There's actually enough stuff in there to cover up all the countertops in here, fill up all the countertops. So my mom did a pickup order from the Container Store to get the thingy that is gonna go on the door to add extra storage. And she got a couple of little extra bins as well, it looks like. So now she has to mount the rail onto the door that's gonna hold the baskets, and she is doing it without looking at any instructions. Like I told y'all before.
I know I want this rail to be smack dab in the middle of this section here. That's the only thing that matters. 2 inches on this side.
Is that the only thing that
2
matters?
inches on this side. And I know that I don't need it to be all the way at the top because I'm not gonna be hanging my baskets way up here. I do know that I don't want it to scrape the bottom. So if I take this rail, see the first hole there? If I mount that first hole right there, then that's
Pretty
much
long.
gonna
It's
be
almost
perfect.
as long. Oh no, it's not. It's about like
Yeah,
a
you
little
could've
over a
gotten
foot
one
shorter
that
than the
do-
door.
This thing comes with a hook that just hangs over the door, but my door is super tall and they didn't have one that exactly fits my door. So I have to do it this way.
You don't look too confident anymore.
I may want to go a little higher up. Let me see those screws.
This is the instructions anyway, not very helpful. There's no words, just these really bad pictures. So, and then these are the screws. It does say drill on here though.
You just hook them on there like that. And so I bought one small one, 3 medium ones, and 2 large ones.
I don't know if I filmed over here since you've gotten your new furniture, have I? Look familiar?
You stole from me. Let's keep it in mind. This was my idea. This is my dream dining room set. You just happen to get yours first.
Same exact chairs. It's actually a different table. Slightly different table. Same chairs that I have, and she got a matching buffet thingy.
I really did have some thought to what I was going to put in these bins here, because I thought that I bought the very smallest one to put my supplements in over here on my kitchen counter. We're taking a lot of supplements every day, and I want them handy in the kitchen, but I don't necessarily want them sitting on my countertop. So that top bin is for supplements. And
because these are like different sizes, so this one's like kind of small, medium. They don't fit in there.
Not these big enough. These do. Most of them do.
Then like this is wider, and then these are like wider and deeper. Probably also this is the right size for like spice jars. If you were gonna put spices in there, that's probably what that's for.
My spice jars. My spices are separate, and they're pretty organized. So I'm pretty happy with the way these are. They probably could use a little refresh too.
A whole cabinet of spices, so that saves space in the pantry to actually put different stuff in here.
Yeah, and so that holds perfectly like everything I take on a daily basis.
This is everything you take on a daily basis?
Yes. Healthy. Okay, so and then I also thought that I don't use a whole lot of canned vegetables, but these are perfect size for cans of stuff. And that way I can see what I have without, you know, the doggone lazy Susan thing.
What next?
Put back in what's working for me. So I like my canisters with my flour, sugar, and everything in there. And I like that to be easily accessible. I love these containers from the Container Store because they are square and they don't take up a lot of room when you stack them. But I do have some items that I want to put in them. And the reason it's like, why move this from this to this? Because it's just a lot neater if I take things out of their original packaging and I put them in an airtight container rather than just having a bunch of packages around. Some things I'm going to leave in packages. Like, of course, I'm not going to open my cornbread mix. But
of course, I'm not going to open the cornbread.
No.
You could. I mean, if you bought like a big box of cornbread mix, but like these little individual packs, I wouldn't. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to open those. Like individually packaged anything, if it's one little thing, like obviously don't open it. But if it's like a larger amount, like this rice, I would say. I do my cereals too at my house.
I don't do the cereals, but I do the hot cereals because once you open it, there's like really no way to keep it closed and free from bugs. So
it helps to keep it fresh because, in my opinion, cereal boxes, any kind of cardboard box like this, they don't close up all the way and everything goes stale super quick. But if you have an airtight container, it'll last you longer. You can see exactly how much you have left in a clear container, and it looks cuter and it gives you that Pinterest look.
All of these, if I have the stuff, needs to be.
What's wrong with this one?
What? It's coffee
yellow.
And coffee stains.
Oh, so we're just gonna refill all these containers and start putting them back in there now. Switching this into a different container because this is not breadcrumbs. Making sure everything is properly labeled. Pro tip, cut off the directions off of the box and put it inside of your new container so that you always have your directions, or if you're the type of person who needs the nutrition facts or whatever you need off of the box, cut it off, stick it in there like that. And that way you still have your instructions.
So I also have a few of these clear glass jars that I keep pasta in. I don't feel the need to label them because I can see that it's pasta. So what I'm gonna do is actually move this smaller amount of pasta into this jar. So that I can put this full box of pasta into this jar. I mean, you know, a square box is gonna fit neatly into any pantry, but I just like the way it looks.
It looks bougie, looks more Pinterest. It just looks cuter when you have containers versus just all the boxes and bags that the food comes in.
I like that these are modular, but when I'm putting them away, I also put the lesser used stuff in the back and the most used stuff in the front. It says Uncle Ben's rice, but there's not Uncle Ben's rice in there. Never mind. I'll turn it the other way. And I can see that it's beans.
My mom is a different kind of Virgo than I am. Since you have a later birthday, your Virgo-ness is not as strong.
What do you mean?
Because if it were me, I wouldn't put wrong stuff in the wrong labeled box.
I mean, it's like, that's perfect. It doesn't really have to be perfect.
But what's the point of labeling it if you're just not gonna put the right stuff in there?
Well, can you not see that these are beans?
Yes.
But I couldn't see when it was Uncle Ben's rice. I couldn't tell whether it was Uncle Ben's rice or easily or brown rice. This is cane sugar.
Does that have the wrong label on it too?
It does not have a label on it, but I have a label in it, so I know what it is. I don't use it that often, but I like that it's in my little square thing. So these, I can wait till the grocery stores reopen with bulk and I can fill it up with, you know, my pine nuts. What else do I use?
Is it just because the stuff is not open right now that you don't have this, or do you have stuff that you cycle out and don't always have in there? Because if you're not always gonna have it in there, then you can just save space in your pantry and cycle it out.
Quinoa and cornmeal, those are things that I like to always have.
So then you should put them in there so that it's accounted for in your organization.
I should, but I think I'm gonna wash them first. Rice is something that I haven't been keeping in the pantry because I use so much of it. I typically go to the Asian food store and buy a 20-pound bag.
What?
And then I keep it in the freezer. I divide it into Ziploc bags and keep like large amounts in the outdoor freezer. And then I fill up this container with rice. But I couldn't go to the Asian store. I just got a regular thing of rice. And I'm debating whether or not I should just stop using this for now or
just leave it, because you're trying to save space in your pantry. You're not trying to put more stuff in your pantry.
Right. I was just thinking of a smaller container. I wasn't thinking of putting this in my pantry, but.
So far, this looks super Pinteresty because every single thing is in a different labeled container. It's not in the original package. If your whole pantry could be like this, you would have a perfect pantry.
Yeah,
but some stuff is still gonna be in its container by the end of it.
I don't mind this Lazy Susan with my oils and stuff on it. But I do think I need to like go through it and wash it out.
So you want this to be only for oils?
Oils and vinegar. I like to also wipe down my containers before I put them back because they do get drips on them and get sticky.
Herbes de Provence oil, grapefruit balsamic vinegar, red wine vinegar, Pinot Grigio white wine vinegar, avocado oil, roasted sesame oil, pineapple balsamic vinegar, rice vinegar, coconut white balsamic vinegar, buttersquash seed oil, butternut squash seed oil, and apple cider vinegar. Just the basics that you need. Everyday basics.
I like to cook and I like to experiment with oils and vinegars.
So all the oils and vinegars gonna go in here. What are you planning to put in these two new bins that you got?
Things that I don't take out of the packaging that's square, like the chicken broth and the, nope. That's what it was in the other one.
I do feel like, and this is also what I did in my pantry, for all the stuff that is gonna stay in its original packaging, it kind of looks cluttered and it doesn't look cute. Putting it inside of a basket that will hide it, like an actual, not a clear basket, but like a basket. That way you don't really see from the front view, you don't see what's in there, and it just helps it look cleaner. So like when you have all this stuff like visible in a clear basket, it just looks more junky versus putting it in something kind of like this, but I would get something cuter than this, honestly. You know what I mean? But you don't have, all your stuff is either this thing or clear. You didn't get any not clear things.
No, I didn't. Like baskets? Like a basket? Is that what you just said?
And it's hot too. All the Lazy Susans and baskets and containers are being cleaned off. And all this rest of the stuff has now been categorized into groups. So this is like the backup, unopened items that when you open them, they go in the refrigerator type of section. This is like random packets of things section, things that are not gonna go into a different container. They're just gonna stay in their packaging. This is kind of random, I'm not sure. And then over here, this is some more kind of like oils. Some leftover oils that didn't make the cut in the other fancy oil tray. I think my mom said she has to see which ones she wants to keep or if she's gonna get rid of this stuff. And then this is like baking. So all the extracts, baker's chocolate, powders and cocoa powder, stuff like that. Peanut butter, sugar, honey, syrup, molasses. I feel like these are all like items. Like all these bottles kind of go together and all this stuff goes together. And then this is protein drinks, coffee, hot chocolate drinks. This is like the drink section, I guess. And then this is all the boxed items. These are the only actual cardboard boxes of stuff that my mom has at this point, because most of the stuff has been put into nicer containers, but this is the stuff that doesn't have a container to go into. This gives a better idea of like what kind of space you need, so you can kind of map out your pantry and then decide where you're gonna put everything. So I think all these bottles and stuff could go in here. Maybe even those some of that stuff too, those bottles, the honey and stuff, maybe. Sweet defeat, stop sugar cravings.
No.
Trash.
Trash.
And this piece of human skin is trash.
Typically we have ginger ale. We don't. We have sparkling water right here. I don't know if it makes sense to keep this stuff in a bin. And this is my diet food that I like to keep organized for when I get back on my diet.
And this
Coconut oil spray, Pam spray. It's bothering me because it doesn't have a lid. The lid got lost.
throw it away.
But it's probably still got some in there.
But you're saying it's unsanitary that doesn't have a
No,
lid, or
just-
why does that bother you?
Aesthetically, that it's in my cabinet, doesn't have a lid on.
Well, throw it away and get a new one.
That's wasteful.
It's coconut oil. It's not much being wasted.
I'll use it. I'm gonna put it with the oil.
It goes, I'm just saying, these two things, if you're keeping them, they technically go in the oil.
There's no room. No room in the end for this one. So,
Yes, there is.
okay, well, I want
You just don't want, you just don't want the,
I want him
That
in the
with your-
center where
Okay.
he's not seen. We don't use it that often anyway. Yeah,
okay,
oils.
hide the ugly one in the middle. Keep the fancy ones on the edge. There, all oils are now together.
I like this container for the small packaged items.
I don't like that.
You don't like
but
this
okay.
one? Why? What's wrong with it?
It looks junky.
This thing looks junky?
When you put all those little things in there,
Not all the little things. So those are the things that can go in here. Does that look junky? I mean, I kind of like that.
it looks fine because you have these two in the front. I've made a few more suggestions. Cans can go right here. We moved the backups down to the bottom because like they're backups, they can be at the very bottom. Canned drinks go right here. And then I added the Lazy Susan for these ones because they were kind of in front of each other, but now you can see all of them like that. So I feel like anything that's gonna be like kind of stacked up, you can put on a Lazy Susan, that way you can see everything. Like that, and then like that. And then I was saying too, like for aesthetic purposes, if you have any type of containers if you put like items next to each other, I feel like it just automatically looks better. So like these two containers next to each other, these two containers next to each other, all these next to each other, all of these are grouped up. That just like, to me, helps it look better if you care about like the look of it. This is what we got so far. We still have a few more things to figure out, like honey, syrup, and molasses. And then peanut butter. Because to me, peanut butter and honey goes together. I don't know why. I just group those things together in my mind. This is all the baking stuff. So this needs like a container. I guess it would go in here. Oh, this one's already labeled baking. So just put the baking stuff back in here, I guess. Is this important? It sounds old. It's old. I'm gonna make the executive decision because it doesn't fit in the basket anyway. Baking, vanilla extract, baking powder, all that type of stuff goes in here. I think if I could make a suggestion, you should make a Cricut label for this instead. Because these labels are a little less aesthetically pleasing. But now this goes up here, and what's gonna go in here? Okay, maybe like this. Another Lazy Susan. Peanut butter. I'm trying to prioritize like stuff that you use often should be easily reached. Peanut butter is a commonly used thing, so it should be more lower down versus all this random stuff that's in here, right? Raw, unfiltered honey, straight from the bee's booty hole. Coffee doesn't really go in this category, but we'll just put it there.
If I had some containers for the cereal,
like I said,
but it'd be perfect. Your daddy doesn't like it. He says it makes it stale.
It's not
true.
Do you need these Thai noodles?
I do use that. So all this stuff I'm getting rid of. Number one, it's old. Number two, I never make lasagna. So I'm getting rid of all that stuff because if you've had it in your pantry for like 4 years,
I'm pretty sure it's not safe to eat after that anyway.
I mean, you're probably not gonna use it. So why does it take?
But are you keeping this?
I do use that. Yeah, I just bought that.
You can just hide this behind the chicken broth if you remember where it is. But yeah, I would say you should get containers for the cereal. Cute, like more like this for the cereal. And that could go right here instead of just having the boxes, because the boxes just, I mean, I guess it's fine, but you know, a container would be cuter and it would keep it fresher, because look, this is not even closed. It's just wide open to the air, getting stale. Okay, so that's pretty much everything put away in there except for some more of these little containers. We're just waiting for these to dry out. They were washed out. A couple more things we're gonna put in these containers to add to this section right here, but other than that, that's pretty much everything accounted for, and there's space to grow. Like this whole slot right here is open. There's a lot of extra space in these two containers for when she does do her normal grocery shopping.
All that's left is these big bins, and like I said, I want to label them, but also want to determine what's going in them. What there was onions and potatoes.
Plastic bags.
Yeah.
Are you keeping those?
I mean, I have a thing that they go in outside. I'm overrun with plastic bags.
Okay, so the 4 drawers, trash bags, Ziploc bags. She normally has other different sizes of Ziploc bags that would also go in here, so there's space for that. Then all of the like plastic wrap, aluminum foil type stuff, grocery bags to reuse, and then the onion and potato bin. So that's everything accounted for with space to grow. Always want to make sure that you actually have enough space for what you normally have. You don't want to organize everything and be like, oh wait, I forgot my blankety blanket, now it doesn't fit. So these go back in there. And the very last step, you guys saw this coming, is to make a few Cricut labels for just a few things that are missing some labels, put those on, and then I think we're done.
really like the way it turned out. Feel like I have so much more space and things aren't all jumbled. I can see at a glance everything that I have. I can't believe in 5 years I never thought to label these bins down here so they could really be designated for certain things, and I know what's in these drawers. And I think I have plenty of room for when we go buy groceries and we get, more chips and more staples. So this door storage really worked out great because I can put all my supplements right here and clear off my countertop. And I also really love being able to see all the extra things that I've stocked up on so that I don't buy 2 or 3 more because I can't find it in my pantry. So this area where I had all the supplements stacked up is clear and it looks really nice. I'm glad I decided to leave my rice out because I do use it almost every day, sadly. I also love that my area over here is clear of all those different bottles of oils, that I know exactly where my oils are when I want to use them, and I only have the olive oil out that I use several times a day.
And that is it, you guys. This is my mom's new and improved organized pantry. If you guys are interested in any of the organizational things that we use, all of the items will be linked down below, so check the description box for all of the shopping links for everything you see here. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.